you helped pioneer the concept of the living laboratory, designing research that unfolds within real world human contexts. Tell us more about that. And as kind of a follow on question, once you've told us about these living labs, tell us about how it might evolve with new technologies like digital twins and synthetic data becoming so capable, following the same kind of, I don't know if digital twins, actually, they must be. Things like digital twins in synthetic data would be following that same kind of 10x performance per cost capability that we're seeing with LLMs in general. So, yeah, tell us about Living Labs and how that 10x multiplier per year is impacting them.
I mean, again, go back to sort of the social media thing. Social media was supposed to be the greatest thing ever when it first got released. Oh, we're all going to have a voice. Isn't that wonderful? And then it turned out over time, things were a little darker than we thought. Um, and the only way you can really tell that, other than, people sort of finding little data to look at, is to have a group of people who agree to live in the future. So you could have a town that says, look, we'd like to try out AI transportation systems. What do you think? And if everybody says, sure, let's give it a shot, then you get to see how well the AI transportation system does in a real world thing. And you get to see the unanticipated effects, because those are almost always the ones that you care about, is the things you didn't think of and turn out to be significant. It's one of the things that we're doing with the Consumer Reports Loyal Agent Project, is trying to ask, well, what does this AI agent stuff do that we aren't thinking about and really ought to be doing something about now? So it's having people live in the future, giving them the sort of state of the art or beyond state of the art sort of tools to do. And so digital twins are part of that, because what you're really trying to do is understand human behavior with this new component like AI agents. And so you'd like to be able to try different things, but you can't try everything with the people, because they've got to get on living their lives. So you build a digital twin. So you build something that says, well, this is what each of these people, or these people in aggregate, this is how they behave. This is a good model of what we've seen. And you try to validate that it's a predictive model of what you will see. So now you can look at different designs and say, well, what are people going to do with this? Are they going to like run off the end and drown in the pool, or what are they? Is it going to be great? And the way you do that is you build a model of the people, digital twin. In fact, the digital twins are possible, and not just possible. That's really where we're going when we talk about these things. The compute is dropping dramatically in cost. I mean, it's hard to believe how fast that's dropping. Data, there's more and more data. The big question about the digital twins and the living lab is, how do you keep the data safe? How do you make sure that when you do these experiments, you don't do anything really bad? And digital twins help a lot with that, right? Because they aggregate the data in a way that can preserve privacy, for instance. And if the digital twin does something really stupid, at least you haven't killed somebody, right? You better go back, rethink what you're doing. But it's a way to avoid the investment and the harms.